Yeah, my name is Chris Lieto. Ironman champion, and here in Hong Kong for the first time. Enjoying myself and having an amazing trip and stay. Yeah, more than sport was really a heart passion of mine of being a professional athlete and traveling around the world. Going to beautiful places and racing, but also realizing that there's needs everywhere we go. In our own hometown, in the communities that we go to, realizing that there's a need. I want to use my platform and influence to raise awareness of those needs, but then also using my platform to inspire athletes, inspire fans to get involved as well, to either give of their finances or give of their time and be a part of really caring for something that is more than just sport. Yeah. Yeah, the reason I'm here in Hong Kong is because there's already been a huge involvement in this area of stuff that we've done in the past. We've done stuff in Thailand, we've done stuff in Bali area, in Vietnam, and we've had great success. And a lot of the athletes that have been involved in that have come from here. And so there was a great group that has a desire to do more in their own lives, to do more with the sporting that they're doing, and wanting to reach those athletes, be here to share a little bit more of my vision, more in detail, and also connect with companies and corporations that also want to come on board and be a part of the movement of more than sport. Yeah, I mean, this place is amazing for sports. You know, just going around and seeing all the variety, being from in an area where it's a condensed city, to driving 10 minutes and being in the woods, going on trails or going for bike rides and stuff. And so the opportunity here in this place is amazing for sport. This hotel is extremely comfortable, clean. It's always nice to walk into a room and feel like it's not packed with stuff. That's one thing. It's clean and open and relaxing. And to have the coffee available, to have the snacks available, to have the drinks available, and the desk, to have a printer and a scanner. So for me, I'm an athlete, but at the same time, I'm in business. You know, myself as being an athlete is my own business, my own brand. Also, more than sport, being a charity, it takes a lot of business, and so being able to be comfortable, but at the same time, getting things done. Yeah, no. Every time I as far as go someplace, I try to travel as light as possible. You know, I'm always gone, and I'm always at new places. And with flying, I always like to just bring a carry-on, and so I throw things in there last minute. I don't really pack 2 or 3 days before I leave, so last minute I throw some things in there. Usually I have everything that I need, but a lot of times when I show up, I forget something. And so it's great to show up and to know that if I did forget anything at all, that you guys would provide that for me. Even down to some office supplies. You know, some random question I had, I needed some Post-it notes, and I just went down and asked the office, or I called to ask the office. Absolutely, here you go. And so knowing that even if you don't have it on site, that you would take the ability to go and find something for me if I needed it too. That's always reassuring. Save time. Yeah, I would say hazing is not a big issue in our sport. One of the things that's great about this sport, I feel, is that it takes a lot of time and a lot of it takes a lot out of you, and so everybody that's within the sport knows what it takes, and so we're all friends. When we see one another, they're at races. It's always a good atmosphere. But when it comes down to the race, we're focused on racing. But there's no mean will, there's no bad talk for the most part. Once in a while you get a bad apple in there. Yeah, because it's not head to head. You know, it's more about your own time, but you definitely have to approach it as I'm racing against this person, and I have to put my best foot forward. And but it's really my style of racing is to race as hard as I can and challenge myself as hard as I can. And if I push it that hard, then my hopes is someone else will make a mistake. So it's not really attacking anybody. It's being as aggressive as I can with myself and hope that they make mistakes and they have a hard time. Yeah, for me when I race, it's always the things that really get me through the tough spots and the walls that you hit in racing. You know, our Ironman events, 8.5 hours, and so you're going really hard for that long. And if you have a bad spot, then you can lose a lot. And so for me, sometimes to get through that, it's thinking about what we're going to do the next day, as far as to feed the homeless or build a house or thinking about the kids in the community and what their lives are like. And when I'm running through and this next mile is really painful, I can think about them and the impact that we're having, but also think about them and the life that they have, and just be grateful for what I've been blessed with and the ability I have to compete. The bare necessities, that's the most important thing I think in our sport that you need every day and you really need to focus on for sure is rest. We're balancing 3 sports, swimming, biking, and running, so I can't train like a full-time swimmer, can't train like a full-time cyclist, and can't train like a full-time runner. So you have to try to balance as much as you can of those, but none of those are going to be really good if you don't have the rest. And if you don't have the rest, then you're not going to compete at the top of your game, and that's why it's, like I said, it's important to have a good night's sleep, to be comfortable, to enjoy where you're staying, and to have a great atmosphere so you can focus on racing. Yeah, as a reward, sometimes it's eat what I want for the next few days. It's we burn a lot of calories in a race. We burn even more, and so when a race is past, it's going out for a drink. It's going out for some really good food, some things that I haven't been having for the last month or two, and just splurge a little bit and enjoy myself. Yeah, I mean, the best tips that I would say for sure is to have fun. That's what sport is. It's about enjoying yourself. It's about being active. And if you're too nervous or anxious, you won't have a great race. So when you show up to an event, you have to be relaxed. You have to realize that all the training or everything you've done in the past to prepare is all you can do. And when you show up to the day for a race, all you can do is just enjoy yourself. And when you enjoy yourself and have fun, that's when you're going to compete the best. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's you have to wake up every morning. When you wake up, you have the choice to have a good day or a bad day. It's the approach that you have, and so you can have a happy day or you can have a sad day, and choose to focus on the things that make you happy and be joyful every day. Absolutely, be thankful every day. My training, it fluctuates every day. It really depends on what the focus is. If I have a race coming up, if it's in the middle of base training, at the beginning of the year, in the middle of the year, at the end of the year. So every day it's a little bit different. It can be anywhere from an hour of easy training up to 8 hours of training. And so for me, when I travel, it's super important to have a hotel that's got really good equipment to run on, especially, or like a spin bike or bike if I'm not bringing the bike along in the trip. It's always good to make sure you flush out the flight and flush out your trip by doing some sort of exercise. And so if you go into some place that's really packed and got a lot of cars, a lot of traffic, you want to be able to get your workouts done in the gym. So it's been a perfect place to be able to do that. Yeah, my first impression of being here was really it has the comforts of anywhere in the world. Being from the United States and needing things or for shopping or whatever, or for food, there's something here that really will comfort you. remind you of home. So I know I'm in Asia, but at times it doesn't feel like I'm in Asia. I can be anywhere in the world with everything I need. So it's been a great city. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm always looking to partner with corporations and hotels or areas in each as far as country or location to say, hey, we want to be a more than sport hotel, or we want to be a more than sport business. So basically, saying that you have that DNA within your business to say that you care for those in the community that you do business in. And so for me, it's really important to partner with businesses that believe in that and that have a DNA of giving back and having more than just a bottom line of making a huge profit, but making a profit with a purpose. And so it's always good to be able to partner with companies like that, and for you guys' willingness to host me means a lot, saves up us a lot of money. So that money, instead of putting to the hotel room, has allowed me and allowed us to put it towards the needs of the crisis in the Philippines. So it's been great. It's really gone a long way. It's not just helping me; it's helping those kids and those families in need. Not bad, huh? Katiging